jam, y'all. Welcome to Domesticated Me. How are all my elevated enthusiasts doing? I trust all is well and you're ready for our next journey talk. Today's conversation is a journey into embracing life's experiences. Both the exciting highs, the stuff that make you want to do praise dances around your house, make you want to call every friend you know and scream hallelujah. Those things, and the challenging lows that make you just want to cry, throw a pity party, or maybe even scream out, why me? I just don't need no more sharpening, Lord. Those experiences. I want to start with a question and ask you, why is embracing all experiences so critical? And how does it connect to a fulfilling life? Well, we're going to unpack that on today's Journey Talk, and it all starts with a story. In this story, I'm going to take you back to my childhood and the story of the bike chain. One summer day, me and my brother wanted to go to two different locations. He wanted to go to a ballpark and I wanted to go to the pool. Now, normally this wouldn't have been an issue except for I had a faulty bike chain. Every time you got on it, it would fall off. And I really needed my brother to kind of help me every time it fell off. But wasn't going to have him this time. That was the beginning of my experience. My brother fixed the chain before he left, and I was able to ride off and get a few blocks. But as soon as I got a few blocks, the chain fell off. I got off, I put it back on, rode a few more blocks. It did that a total of about 5 times before I finally made it to the pool. This day, though, there happened to be some new kids in the neighborhood. Their parents had just been stationed where my mom was. And that was like, if you are familiar with kids who have military parents, then one thing you probably know about them is we know how to network. We know how to make friends quick. We had to. So I made friends with this young lady who was new to the neighborhood. And she had seen the little oil on my hands. And she said, what's all that on your hands? And I told her what's happening with my bike. And she said, oh, my big brother, he know how to fix bikes. And he probably fix yours too. And so needless to say, he did fix my bike. When I tell you he fixed my bike, he fixed my bike. He didn't just put the chain back on because her older brother knew how to take the links and put the links where it would make it tighter. And now the bike is fixed. It's not just, it's back on where I could kind of pedal and get going. It was fixed. My experience coming to the pool was different than my experience going home. And the going home experience was important because here's the insider for those that know, I needed to beat the street lights home. So I really couldn't afford to be stop and going. So me getting home was very important, but I say that to say this. The experience of me coming there might have been very frustrating, but had I stopped, had I just thrown my bike off to the side and discarded it and abandoning it, I wouldn't have been able to have a fixed bike. How about that? My bike was fixed. So consider this. Every experience, no matter how seemingly insignificant, my bike chain offers a valuable lesson. I have come to call a lesson a blessing. Like you get into an experience that people say, oh, experiences are lessons. Experiences are blessings. A missed opportunity can teach you resilience. A difficult conversation can foster empathy. But these are all experiences that you're having. Even a seemingly negative experience can offer a positive outcome. And I'm going to tell a story later that is going to help you understand oh, wow, you can find the silver lining in your experiences, even when they're not so fun. We often hear advice to live in the moment, but what does that really mean? It doesn't mean just passively drifting through life, not really paying attention to what's going on. It's about actively engaging in your own existence. It's about embracing the experiences that allow you to be you. It's about your emotions. It's about your joy, your sorrow, your anger, your fear. These experiences, even the difficult ones, are a part of your human journey. Think about it. Think about some things that you really didn't care to experience in life, how they shaped you, how they taught you, how they ultimately made you who you are today. And if you haven't made that corresponding correlation with some experiences, do that for yourself today. A lot of times we're running from experiences just to run right into them again. Different person, different time, different place, different supervisor, different boyfriend, different girlfriend, different all of that stuff. Because we haven't really truly embraced the experience and actually learned from it. By embracing our experience, you build resilience. You really do. You build muscle. Like you got muscle. You cultivate self-awareness. You know what it is that will have you not doing some things you want to do, not realizing who you really are. Or on the flip, it'll have you so understanding your compassion. Because you have a testimony too. You have an experience too. You went through something too. Or you brought something through too. What we like to say here on Domesticated Me. Because nothing is happening to you. It's definitely happening through you, and it's happening for you. But there's a silver lining in each thing that's happening for you because it is for the journey. Now, embracing experiences doesn't mean just constantly like throwing it to the wind and saying, hey, whatever, it's just an experience. It's about approaching it with curiosity, really wanting to understand what the experience is about. The willingness to step outside your comfort zone, because some experiences are pushing you forward to do some things that you don't think are for you, but they really are. A deep appreciation for all the human experiences that you're having. It's about a conscious choice of taking correlated risk, learning from your success, understanding what you might consider a failure when you haven't really failed at anything. It's about actively participating in life, paying attention to what's going on around you, understanding the synchronicity of the experiences. As I said earlier, negative experiences can lead to unexpected positive outcomes. It's story time, right? Yeah, it's story time. I had a friend once upon a time who owed another friend some money because that friend had paid her car note the previous month for her. Her intention was to pay the money back because everything would be caught up. And then the week that it's time for her to pay her friend back for the money, she gets in a car accident. The car accident happened. She gave me a call and she said, I don't know how I'm going to tell her. I'm not going to have the money. I really wanted it, but now I'm in a car accident. Now I still got to get back and forth to work. All of these factors start coming in. I said, everything is going to be all right. Just think positive. You know me. I'm always on the silver part. I'm always going to try to encourage you. I listen to your story, but I can't have no pity party with you type thing. Everything is going to be okay. Couple of weeks later, she calls me and she says, you will never guess what happened. And I said, what? She said, the insurance people came and appraised my car and said that it would be $4,500 to get it fixed. Gave me the $4,500. I ended up finding a mechanic that would fix it for half the price they had even appraised it for. So I had enough left over to pay my friend back, and have some change and pay the mechanic. Everything got done. So what seemed to be like something that was meant for bad actually had a positive outcome, because yeah, nobody wants their car wrecked, nobody wants to go through any of that stuff, but ultimately the car wreck itself is what led to freedom. I'm talking freedom. For you were able to pay your debt and get your car fixed, painted and all that, and have a cushion. Now the experience, no, didn't feel good, but the freedom should have felt a little good to my friend. And I know it did, because I know her and I know how it went from there. Now, my elevated enthusiasts, I really want you to consider your experiences have multiple reasons to come around through you, for you. Growth and learning, for you to have joy in your life, for you to be inspired, and for you to be equipped to handle some situations in the future. You're going to have to handle some stuff, but you're going to be equipped with it from an experience you had earlier in life. And then you can appreciate and have gratitude for some of your experiences because you've been through it before and you know how it feels. So you have compassion for another person when they're going through it. It offers opportunities for you to explore different things, new interests, things that you thought you probably never even want to do before. Your perspectives are opened up. These are born out of experiences. Experiences adds color to your life story. To our life story, that's what experiences do. They add color. So, I encourage you to reflect on your own life. What experience has shaped you? What have you learned from them? And more importantly, what experiences in the future are you ready to embrace? What you gonna be hugging up on? Consider hurt of experiences on the surface is just a bunch of distracting dust. It's like dust in your eyes. Because underneath, that's where the experience really is. That's why embracing experiences is so critical for fulfilling the life. The experience is the book that you are waiting to write. The experience is the network of people that you are waiting to meet. It's the next best thing that you are waiting to create. That's what the experience is ultimately. So all you need to do is embrace your experiences, no matter if it's a high or if it's a low, because it always should be a go. Make your experiences the reason to go. And we have come to the end of this week's Journey Talk. And if you like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to comment below, because that's our twofer. Make sure you share it out to your friends and subscribe to the channel so I can see you next week, my elevated enthusiasts. That's right, you're passionate about your elevation, and so that's why you're journey talking with me each week. I see you next week, my friends. I want you to make it a great day out there, and you know why? Because it's a great day to make it a great day. Blessings.